answer lies in the heart of battle.
King of Iron Fist Tournament.
Mugen TV versus Corner.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Hey guys, it's MugenLord here, and I'm back again with another video. And today I want to talk about Project L. Now, if you don't know what Project L is, it's pretty much a fighting game based off of League of Legends. It's made by the creators of League of Legends, which is Riot Games. Now, we had got a preview of this about a year and a half or maybe 2 years ago. Now, League of Legends is a very profitable, very popular, competitive MOBA game that Riot Games had developed, and it took the world by storm in the competitive esports environment and genre. So now Riot Games want to also take that same knowledge that they have and want to go into other competitive genres, such as, you know, first-person shooters and fighting games. And we already got a whiff of what they have as far as first-person shooter, which is Valorant. Valorant is pretty much a hero shooter, somewhat similar to Overwatch and other hero shooters that's out, like Team Fortress and everything, but more of the competitive side of things. So you can kind of see like a Overwatch cross CSGO, Counter-Strike. So just to give you an example of what they're trying to do, now they also working on a fighting game, which is the code name Project L, and there's a lot of, I guess you could say, riding on this fighting game. And Project L, like I said before, is going to be based off of League of Legends as far as the characters are concerned and the universe is concerned. And everybody within the FGC and just in like gamers in general who are familiar with the League of Legends brand are really pushing and looking forward to this. Now, it makes a lot of sense is because of Riot Games and their success with League of Legends and how League of Legends had pretty much became a worldwide phenomena. It became a household name that everybody recognizes the brand. So I don't blame anybody who has these high expectations or really looking forward to see what they can do with Project L. And that's what really brings me to this point, because not only that League of Legends is a big name, the people in the FGC are also looking forward to it because some of the developers that's working on the game has a background of competing in tournaments like EVO and are once members of the FGC. So everyone in the FGC is really looking forward to see what they be able to pull off with Project L. Now, my question is, or what my point is of this video is the fact is that if us as gamers or us as like fans of the esports or the competitive community or members of the FGC, if we pretty much take our expectations and we don't keep it in check, we can pretty much set Project L up for failure. We'll set up, and what I mean by that is the fact is that if we set the standards too high or have high expectations, and we put this big expectations on Project L, and we don't know anything. We don't know anything about his gameplay. We don't know anything about the mechanics. We don't know anything how this game is going to work, and we already setting up expectations for this, because if you look on Twitter, you see members of the FGC, you see the mainstream League of Legends fans who are really bigging up this game, and we have no idea of how they're going to deliver this game at all. And the thing is, everybody sees what Riot Games has done with League of Legends and the success they have done. Many people within the FGC is hoping that they can take that same success and boost up the fighting game community within the competitive scene within the esports. Because if you look at the stats, fighting games is at the very, as far as payouts and everything, is at the bottom of the totem pole compared to, you know, RTS, first person shooters, you know, MOBAs, and all the other competitive genres that's in the esports, you know, arena. And fighting games is at the very bottom. And it seems like when it comes to fighting games, they have yet to figure out a formula or something that's, you know, lucrative and sustainable in order to make them the amount of money that the other genres are making within the esports arena. And that's what's going on. So people are seeing that maybe Project L will be that game that would show everyone that a fighting game could possibly work and could, you know, bring up the fighting game community into a much more lucrative type of, I wouldn't even say hobby anymore. It could become a profession for people to get into, and everybody's riding on Project L to be that game. And I'm saying is that is the worst way to set a game up for failure, because now if we don't lower or temper our expectations, especially people within the FGC when it comes to Project L, then this game is going to fail before it even releases, because it's hard for a developer to meet those unrealistic expectations, especially when developers themselves haven't really put out anything to warrant those expectations. And that's where the dangerous thing could happen. Like this game can totally bomb. It can totally fail. And then on the other end of the spectrum, this game could be really good. But the fact is, if the expectation is up this high and it happens to be good, but it's right here, even to those expectations, that's not even good enough. And it can be a very well good game because of if the expectations is too high, then it turns out that no one's going to go support it, no one's going to play the game, and everybody's going to discard it before it can even step foot in this in the fighting game genre. So I really believe that this can really go bad for Project L. Now, the reason why I also wanted to mention this is because just recently they already putting out like, I guess you say alpha or beta testers out in California, I believe. Only if you're in the San Francisco or something area down that end in the West Coast, they are already bringing in or looking for potential people to actually test out the game. So if that's the case and they're already getting people to test out the game, that means they must be cooking up or working on something to pretty much put together to show off, and they show it off in the state that they're comfortable with showing off to the community altogether. So I just say that to say this, that anybody who's looking forward to Project L, I would say that please do not overhype this game. We don't know nothing about it just yet. And especially if you're a content creator, because that's always really, really important, because content creators nowadays have so much power and their influence are so strong. And especially if you have an audience who take your word as gold and take it as value above their own opinion and everything. So you have to really keep your community in check, because if you're hyped for something, your community is going to be hyped for it. And if the game doesn't end up being what you hyped it up to be, that can actually hurt the game as well. And the game could very well be a good game, but it may not live up to what you have set the game to be. So we really have to temper expectations for this. As far as I'm concerned, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to see what they do with Project L, because I never played League of Legends before, and I'm not really a MOBA guy. I tried to get into a MOBA game, which was Dota 2, when Dota 2 was in like its early phases where it's giving out beta keys and stuff. And my friend back in college, he gave me a beta key for it, and I tried to get into Dota, and I don't know, like I really couldn't get into it. I really couldn't get into MOBAs at all. I just haven't found a MOBA that actually stands out or seems like very appealing to me in order for me to want to sit down for hours and to grind it out with friends and stuff like that. So to see League of Legends come over and cross over to fighting games, that's be a better way to actually introduce me to the lore, to the characters and everything, and it may even convince me to go even just give it a try based on my connections and with these characters within Project L itself. So I think this really is a good idea to get into fighting games using a property that is successful. That's a good way to cross over. You get the FGC, and then you already get the League of Legends fans who want to come over and have some fun. Now the question is, before I even close out this video, the question is what the gameplay is going to be like. How is it going to balance it out to make it competitive, but also bring in those League of Legends fans, because it's the name alone is more so going to grab the League of Legends fans. So how are you going to bring them over? Because not everybody who play League of Legends play fighting games, so how will they make the mechanics deep enough for the competitive players from the FGC to come in to play, and make it fun enough for the MOBA players who play League of Legends on the MOBA end to come over and actually pick it up? And when they do the esports, how will they do this? How would they set this up? Will they have official teams? like how they do League of Legends over in the MOBA area. Like, I'm very curious, but that's pretty much my opinion when I think about this whole thing with Project L. I definitely want to hear your thoughts. Are you looking forward to Project L? Who's your favorite League of Legends characters? What characters are you looking forward to see in this potential fighting game that's coming out? And when do you think we'll see an actual trailer for the game? That's what I'm curious about. I really just want to see the game in action altogether. But definitely your thoughts in the comment sections below. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button and also hit that bell to be notified for more information concerning Project L and fighting games in general. This is MugenLord signing off. I'll see you game fiends later. Peace out.